Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone at TerrafreeHealing.com. Hope you guys are doing really well. Don't pay any attention to my eyes right now, like they are feeling a bit watery because my partner is like cooking stuff downstairs and I don't know, I think it's something in the seasoning or something, but it's burning my eyes up here. So okay, let me just try and get through it. Um right. This reading is gonna be for Cancer. So we're gonna see what is showing up for you, Cancer. I'm first going to be using the playing cards and then I'm going to be using the tarot cards to get into the more specific areas of your life. So let's see what shows up for you. Okay. So your first card, Cancer, is the Six of Spades with the Nine of Hearts, with the Six of Clubs, Nine of Clubs, sorry, Nine of Clubs, and the Queen of Spades. So, what I see for you is you may not have found it easy, but you're moving towards, and I feel like you're gonna come into June, kind of, you're making progress, you're making steady progress towards um something that you've been working on. You're moving in the right direction of things when you come into June. So whatever you're bringing in coming into June, you're making the right steps, even if you may be feeling like you're not. Like I kind of feel like you've been in a difficult predicament. You've gone through some kind of hard times, but it's like saying things are gradually getting better. And I think by the time, like obviously now we're already into June because these videos are a bit late. Um, you're already going to be feeling like, okay, things are getting a bit better. Like it's not hugely better, it's like you're not in the clear yet, but it's like, okay, it's getting somewhere. And I think you're edging closer and closer to something that is your dream or your wish, something that you wanted to really pursue or you wanted to do. But the thing is that you're having to really feel, um you're really trying, I feel like you're very protective over something that you're trying to do because of the fact that you don't want to fail, or you don't want it to go wrong, or you don't want somebody else to mess it up. It's And so in the meantime, I can see that you're still working towards those challenges. And I think that you kind of are feeling like you've had to go through a lot of obstacles recently, and with those obstacles it's made you kind of maybe it may have made you frustrated at times. It may have made you defensive, upset at times. And so, but what I would say to you is, even through all of that, you are making progress and you are getting closer and closer to something really good happening for you. So don't worry too much about the process. Sometimes the process is the worst part of things, but it's like when you get to where you want to be, you'll see, like you'll be so glad, like you just went through it, you got through it, and now here is where you are. So yeah, that's your message in the playing cards. So let's get into the more specific areas of your life using the Happy Tarot. Oh, hold on. That leg needs to stretch out. Okay, the Happy Tarot deck. So let's see what shows up for you with your finances. We go to finances first. And your first card is the King of Swords with the Three of Cups, with the Justice card. Okay. Celebrations and good times, and I think some kind of connection with work colleagues. And so what I'm kind of seeing for you is big choices you're having to make, because it's on both sides. Like I'm seeing choices and decisions from the King of Swords, and then I'm seeing choices and decisions with the Justice card. So there's something that you're really having to decide upon, and you are the one to make that deciding factor. And I think that basically you have to decide on the outcome that is going to make you happiest. And I think that you may have the opportunity to work alongside maybe a different set of people work for like a different kind of company or a different kind of structure. I kind of I'm seeing here that there are choices surrounding you, but in the middle with the three of cups, it's saying that the choices that are surrounding you are good ones, and so it's almost like it's something where you have the choice to do something that can really make you happy, or to create an outcome that really brings around a lot of happiness for you. But what are you going to decide? Because I kind of feel like you're really indecisive right now, and everything is sort of all on you to make this final choice. And so I think that that's why I was kind of seeing that you've been through a harsh time, but you're able to chase your dreams and to get the thing that you've been really wanting, because this is kind of showing that there is some happiness to be had when it comes to a dream or a wish being fulfilled, a desire being fulfilled for you. But then it's like, well, how are you going to go about doing it, or how are you going to get it? Or maybe you're even presented with more than one option of something to do, and maybe both options sound good. Which one do you choose? For some of you guys looking at the middle card, I feel like some of you guys might even be leaving a work environment to move on to something better. And so it just depends on, how, you have to make up your mind what the next step is going to be for you. But I feel like whatever the next step is nothing but goodness for you, because in both of the cards there's a rainbow. Just notice that now. There's a rainbow in the corner in this card, and there's a rainbow there. And rainbows basically signify that it's a new dawn, and it's a new day, and it's a new time. And so you have the choice. Like, everything is there for you. The whole spectrum of colors, like, it's all there for you. What are you going to choose? So, yes, don't let anything hold you back. And so the next reading is for those of you that are in relationships. So those of you that are in relationships, Cancer in June, you have the Ace of Pentacles with the Four of Cups with the Death card. Some relationships could be ending. Some relationships need to transform so that they don't end. Because the Death card can represent both. Because I think, a lot of readers do tend to just see the Death card as just an end. But basically, I always feel that what the Death card could also signify is that if things continue on the way that they are, then it can end. But if you can make things transform, then you can almost give it like a second lease of life. Like when, almost like, in actual death, a physical body transcends into a spiritual body. Obviously, that physical body was always a spirit to begin with, because we had a soul within ourselves. We all have a soul. So that soul always continues on even when the physical body has gone. So what it's kind of showing is that with your relationship, you do have the choice of keeping things going, but it has to transcend, it has to change, it has to go through some kind of process in order for it to continue. And so what I see here is that, obviously that will be up to you and your partner if things are going to change or things are going to improve or not, because it kind of was showing that at one point things seemed to be going pretty well, like there was something that was long term here, or that seemed like it was long term, like you did seem like you was trying to move towards something stable coming about. But then it's kind of like people got bored, or maybe you just didn't hear from this person anymore, or so maybe this person went away for some reason. But then I kind of feel like you've kind of are feeling kind of sad about somebody not being around, or maybe this person is around but they just haven't been there for you the way you need them to be. And so, or maybe the relationship even got boring or got a bit stale and old, and maybe you just, you guys weren't doing new things, you weren't trying to feed the relationship and trying to nurture the relationship to keep it going. And so instead it just kind of, it ended, it just couldn't progress anymore, because neither one was really working towards keeping it together. Or maybe you might have felt like you were trying to work to keep it together, but maybe your partner just wasn't really helping and wasn't really seeing that they had to play their part. So that's kind of what I see for the relationship cards. And for those of you that are single, I see the Ten of Cups. It's an interesting one to show up for singles. Seven of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Love can be something that you can have in June, or you can start in June, but then what I kind of see is the Seven of Cups can represent when you have different options that are presented to you. But then I kind of feel like with this card, it's like you're stuck on the same old. You're not ready to actually engage in something that is like brand new, or just, completely different. Like sometimes we go from person to person, when in actuality we're almost like dating the same person. Like we break up with one person and then we get into a relationship with somebody that is really similar to the old person, and then that relationship doesn't work out. And so I feel like it's kind of saying that I think if you are single, you have to kind of pursue something else in terms of a relationship, like another kind of person, and maybe with different characteristics, that someone else that has something different to offer you than what previous partners have. um I kind of see that, there is some kind of longing for a family. Like I kind of feel like for some of you guys, you might be longing, or thinking about a relationship from the past where maybe, there was better times, more happy times with somebody else. But then it's like all of those are fantasies now. They're just memories from the past. And I think that you're kind of like this little girl, like you're gazing at maybe what the future can possibly hold for you. But then at the same time, it's kind of saying that you're too stubborn to really break out of old patterns or old ways, or maybe you're just not in a position to feel like you really want to open up to a new perspective, or that when it comes to relationships and things. Some of you guys, you may be interested in dating a number of different people as well. Like it could also shop that way. Like maybe you might be doing something like speed dating or something like that, where you get to date like a number of different people, all at once or something like that. But then it's kind of saying like, for some reason, I kind of feel like even if you did that kind of thing, you're not going to really make a love connection because of the fact that you just are not open to it right now. I kind of think. So, yeah, it's like a lot of it is in the mind, but I don't really see anything coming about right now in terms of like something actually happening at this time, um relationship wise. So for your spiritual cards, Cancer, you have the Sun is reversed, Two of Wands reversed, the Moon reversed. If they were going to show reverse, I'm going to turn them the other way around. Oh, all of them didn't come out reverse. Then the Nine of Cups. Nine of Swords, I mean. Sorry. Okay. I feel like these cards are kind of speaking to a person. Because, these are general readings. So, what resonates will resonate. What doesn't, won't. That's kind of the way it is with general readings. But I feel like these cards are resonating with somebody that is feeling is feeling like they're struggling to deal with certain things that have happened or taken place recently or in the past, but it wasn't that long ago. I feel like you're finding it really difficult to move on from either a relationship, something that was really important to you. You're just having a tough time with it, and you're not over certain things that happened. Certain things became apparent to you that you didn't know about before, and I think because of that, it's kind of left you feeling sad, and it's like you can't stop going over it in your mind. It's like, your mind is just going around, and it's not like you're almost like you can't rest, you can't really relax because of certain things that's happened, certain things that you've been through. Some of you guys may have felt like you've really just been blocked in certain areas of your life, like just certain things just haven't moved, they haven't progressed the way you've really wanted them to, or the way you felt that it should have. So I kind of feel like there is some kind of feeling stuck on disappointments, past disappointments. And I could see even in your playing cards, like I did get this feeling like you've been through a hard time, but then what I kind of felt in your playing cards as well is that there was still something to be had. Like there was still something that came out of it that was good or gonna be good if you haven't experienced it yet. So I totally get feeling upset. I totally get feeling disappointed. But what I usually find is usually when you're in that space of disappointment and sadness, something always usually will show up out of the blue that will kind of show you that, you know what, you just had to have a little bit more faith, and then something happens and it changes. And I think that's the crazy thing about life, is that you know where a disaster may be happening in one part of the world, people are rejoicing in another part of the world for a completely different reason. Like we live in a universe where, there's so many different things are taking place all at one time. So we can never really know what our life is going to be like, or what tomorrow is going to be like for us. Like today, maybe sadness, tomorrow there could be rejoicing over something completely different. There's always these waves of change that take place all the time. So I would say that if you're kind of feeling like this kind of energy where there is this sadness, this disappointment, know that this is just for a time. It all changes. Just like the moon, everything has its cycle, everything goes through a process. And in this case, you may be feeling like the cycle has taken too long, like you're just feeling like the cycle needs to be over with so that you can get to a place of just being happier. But that's just what we have to go through in life, is one of the many experiences that we have in life. And that's what we're here to go through. Unfortunately, that's what our soul agreed to coming into this earth plane. But peace and many blessings to you, Cancer. I'll be seeing you. Bye.